What up, what up? It's your boy Baldacci, the Beast, the face of Los Angeles. You can check me out here at the one and only Bootleg Kev Show. Make sure you guys tap in.
All right, man, before we get into this episode, it is brought to you by our good folks at Imperial Extraction, your plug for world-class dank without breaking the bank. That's right, y'all. Freshly harvested every single week by the best cultivators on the West Coast. We're talking about the flower, the pre-rolls. First of all, these pre-rolls right here are crazy. They also got the flower. They also got your carts, whatever you need. What you need to do right now, though, is go to imperialextraction.com and use the promo code bootleg15. You use that promo code, you get 15% off site-wide. Go do that. Let's get into the interview. All right, man. Bootleg Kev Podcast, special guest in here. My guy, Baldacci. His boy, John, back on the pod. Welcome, fellas.
What up?
Thank you, brother.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate it.
Welcome, welcome.
Appreciate you, man.
You had hit me last week sometime, and you were just like, hey, man, I got to get some shit off my chest. You know, you're one of the only podcasters I really fuck with. And I was like, yeah, of course, man. Pull up, you know. You got, obviously, you've been killing shit. First of all, how's your health?
Man, I'm a lot better. I'm 10 times better.
Because you were in the hospital. What were you in the hospital for?
Yeah, different stuff, my diabetes and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But now everything's pretty much under control, and situations, you know, it had me tucked for a while, bro, like dealing with going in and out. That's why I think I've held back on a lot of like music and stuff like that. I kind of just, you know, took a little break, but I'm pretty much 100% healed, back on my feet, back running, and back.
Yeah, because I mean, diabetes is serious, man. Like if you don't keep that shit under control, that shit'll fuck you up.
And that's the thing is like everybody's like, oh, you know, some people might think, oh, he just be eating candy or something. No, it's not necessarily just candy. It's everything, bro. Tortillas, fucking, you know, you eat tortillas, you eat bread, you eat rice, and you just can't eat nothing. You just gotta wake up and drink water all day. I mean, that's the problem. I don't stop eating all the crazy stuff that I'm supposed to stop. You know what I mean? And now I've been doing a little bit better as far as like getting like meal preps and stuff like that, trying to stay, you know, balanced and focused, because that's what's gonna keep me, you know, moving and generating and fucking growing, dog. Like, you know.
For sure. Yeah, I think like you got shit. You got something to lose, dog.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like I always tell everybody, you know, I just keep going and trying to get, you know, things accomplished, and I forget about everything else. But everybody's like, well, you ain't gonna be able to get that stuff accomplished if there's no you. Like,
right.
You know, so, and diabetes ain't no joke, you know.
It don't discriminate, man.
Hell no, it's coming for everybody.
100%. Everybody needs to eat healthy, man. Stop eating all that bullshit.
You know, diabetes, like, I don't care if you've been to prison. I'm coming for you.
Facts. Okay, you just dropped a new song, new video that's got a lot of people talking. Rap Cattle.
Rap Cattle, man.
What motivated you to put this out?
So, you know, I'm chill, I'm humble, I'm relaxed, dog. I do keep my ear to the street and see what's going on. I've seen a lot of people, you know, slandering, dragging my name through the mud due to the fact that I pulled up to Bozo's video that he shot in L.A. Met the dude. You know, I pulled up uninvited. Like I told, you know, certain people that I pulled up uninvited. I did. You know, John will tell you himself that I pulled up. Nobody invited me. I just went on my own. Go show face. I did. You know, I met the dude. We exchanged numbers. He was a humble cat, bro. You know, Bozo was definitely a very humble individual. Told me, you know what, we communicated a little bit there. Basically took it a little further, communicated off, you know, off that situation, off that video. And, you know, everybody's, for some reason, assuming that I signed to Bozo's. Right. Which I'm not signed to Bozo's. Everybody assuming that I'm just like a northerner now, dog, that I'm from up there. Like, nah. We got good communication. We got respect. You know, it's mutual. It's a mutual thing. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's like, I'm not signed to Bozo's. I'm signed to Civic Entertainment. I'm signed to the Effort Music. I'm signed to my neighborhood for life. You know what I'm saying? That's me. You know, and that's what it was, though. Basically, people dragging my name through the mud. Oh, he's this, he's that, because he linked up with this person. They start putting up, you know, and like I said, I'm not signed to him. We took like some pictures, fucking whatever. Anyway, we did a little business on a song, whatnot, and now everybody's just assuming this and assuming that, and I was over it, bro. You know, I could only be humble for so long and just keep hearing people try to drag my name through the mud, so I came and aired them out. You know what I'm saying? I had to. That's why I named it that, Rap Cattle, air them out, you know?
Well, you know, it's not my place to, like, get into the politics of whatever. Right. Yeah, for people who don't know, obviously, if you're watching this and you're not from California, you know, there's prison politics that are in play between Northern California, Southern California that have gone on for years and years and years and years, right? It's no secret who you represent. It's on your face.
Right.
But I also, like, you know, for me, it's like, you guys are both grown ass man
with a stretched www.
Right. So it's like I know Goto's to be a stand-up dude, a stand-up businessman, one of the coolest cats you ever meet in your life.
Definitely, I agree.
And you're also the same way, man. Like, and so I guess for me it's like, what, the cycle of the segregation of where you're from in California, from outside, again, it's not I can't speak on the actual finality of it.
And nobody's really supposed to speak on it. It's just not something that we speak on the internet. But these dudes are comfortable speaking about things on the internet because they ain't plugged in. They ain't never been to no yard. They start podcasts and use these things to build their platform, but they don't even know what they're getting into. They don't know what they're talking about. If they want to be real, the program is the program. The program is not something you're supposed to talk about. But the program is, we at peace with them dudes. There ain't no beef with them dudes. We gangbang on the streets. Our enemies are in our section, just like their enemies are in their section. So if there's different neighborhoods up there that represent the same thing we do in that section, yeah, they're probably gonna beef. And when they're on the streets, they're gonna keep beefing because that's their enemies. Them dudes ain't our street enemies, bro. Like they ain't our enemies out here.
Hours away.
So what you're essentially saying is like it's a prison thing, right? So,
and if they want to run that prison agenda, the agenda dictates that we ain't got no beef with them dudes. We programming with them dudes, and it's all respect to them dudes. So that's how we gonna carry ourselves out here. We stay out of shit. We just run. We do our own thing, but we always respect where what it is, and without having to go on the internet and explain ourselves or talk about the shit. We run the program that we were taught and that we're comfortable with.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, like that is one thing because I just had Head up here, DJ Head, and we were talking about. I feel like Mexican hip hop or rappers that happen to be Mexican from LA. Right. This is the best time we've ever seen in terms of just there's a lot of people with movement. There's yourself, there's Lefty, there's the Coyote Boys, there's Peso, there's just a lot of guys. And but it also feels at the same time that it is the most splintered community in it, because look, in LA on the black side, like it feels like a lot of artists are moving together more than they would have maybe 10 years ago. But I feel like on the Latin side, it feels like it's more segregated and divided. At a certain point in time, it just feels like everyone's always beefing, or
That's what it is, man. Everybody's just always at each other's throats, and it's like one person can't see the next person doing something because automatically they assume, oh, I'm gonna get left out. Shit don't work like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Let one get to the top, let him pull the other ones in. Some people, at the end of the day, it's like, if you're not going to be willing to help your people, then you don't belong in that position.
Yeah, and I feel like, too, it's like, again, like I really have no place to speak on any of the street shit in terms of like the politics that you guys are involved in. But just from like a perspective of somebody who's in the music industry, right? Somebody who sees what works in business. It's like... Right. Man, like if LA moved together on the Latin front, like it'd be crazy, and not just LA though, LA and the Bay.
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like there's really talented dudes in the Bay.
Strong factions and factors, and you know what I mean. It's like you definitely.
And everyone's from the same state.
California, baby.
You know what I mean? And it's like. Right. If you take yourself out of the bubble, and I'm not saying it's easy to do that, because if you're a part of certain gangs and it's probably not the easiest. It's a lot easier for me to sit here and say that than the people are, like you guys living in it. But it just feels like, I hope that eventually that a lot of the negative, that even just conquering in LA, like everybody can kind of move together and put aside stuff that, like you said, like, I mean, there's certain people that, might not have ever even been to prison who feel a certain way,
And it's not always about, people that haven't been to the joint, because I've seen some people that never been to prison that conduct themselves damn near the same as us. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But it's just the ones that haven't been to prison that act a certain way that kind of attract our attention, that it's like, bro, come on, you haven't done or lived this.
And a lot of what it is,
acting like you have, you know.
A lot of what it is that a lot of the real ones ain't out there on the internet all day.
Right.
The ones that are on the internet all day are them types of dudes. The types of dudes that are they're internet bangers, or they want to make their name off of street, going ons in politics on their podcasts. And so they get to push this narrative because they're comfortable talking about these things on the internet. So all these little youngsters are thinking that these fake generals are the ones that are really plugged in and what they're saying is right, when in reality he's teaching them to go against the grain. These dudes are teaching them to I feel this way, so I don't care what's going on over there. I'm gonna do this. They ain't gonna go to these yards and tell these dudes, I don't want to run with the program. They're gonna get ran over, bro. Like that's the way it works.
Facts.
So they're teaching these. They've got the attention from all these youngsters, and they're schooling them wrong. They're pointing them in the wrong direction, and it just came to a time where somebody had to put it to a stop, and they kept mentioning my boy's name, and it was time to put it to a stop.
Who? I mean, if you don't mind me, I only thing I seen that I think you and I talked about was I saw Bozo put up something, and I'm cool with Bozo. You know, I like Bozo's music. I think he's a solid dude. Like I've interviewed him, hung out with Bozo. I talked to him, a few times a year. But I saw what he had posted about the Gold Toast thing.
Oh, I know.
Body didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I'm blocked on his page, so I didn't see it. Some people send it to me. Honestly, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I looked at it and laughed only because it says, if you're signed to GT Distribution. I'm not signed to GT Distribution.
Right.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know if you're speaking to me, but if you are, I mean, hey, like, he called me, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Bozo called me and tried to tell me, what happened, what took place. I explained to him. I pulled up there. I talked to homeboy. I met him, showed face. But he went and did a interview somewhere. I don't know what it was on. I don't know if it was Camcom or what was it?
Probably Cam Capone.
Yeah, something. So he did an interview or whatnot, and they posted up a certain clip of certain things he was saying, and it just went on from there. But I mean, I took it as disrespect after he blocked me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, cool. Boom. I don't need to communicate with you anyways. Like there wasn't that much communication anyways. Like if anything, it was what's up. It was mutual. That's it. So I mean, it didn't bother me none or nothing.
My thing is like you guys are both like leaders in my opinion, and I mean, I would just hope that like
we just have
it's just a conversation away from
different views of everything. You know what I'm saying? And it's always going to be that. Like at the end, I can't change somebody's mind that has their mind that they're a certain individual or that they're these people that you might be to them.
What would be the advice? You said that certain people are kind of steering the youth and some of these younger kids the wrong direction in terms of just kind of this whole, shit. What would be the advice you would give to kids who might be maybe going down the wrong path or interpreting
my advice
the politics the wrong way, or maybe just kind of looking up to the wrong folks, whoever that may or may not be,
My advice is don't even get involved in it. That's the only thing that I could really tell you.
Stay in school.
That's it, bro. Get a job, take care of your family. That's really the right way. And then most of these people ain't gonna sit there and tell you that because they want you to be, part of their thickness in the mind. It's just like, to me, I feel like people are so brainwashed. You know what I mean? And it's like you brainwash so many people to be, negative, that it's like, don't sit there and act like you're a positive person when you got all these people believing the negativity. You know what I mean? Like, how you gonna do both? You can't do both. You gotta pick and choose. You're gonna either be a
beacon of light, someone who's positive, or
a good person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's not no in between. There's not no I'm gonna way out and try to do good on Sundays when it's the day to go to church, and then Monday through Friday I'm gonna be a heathen. Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you gotta be one-sided. You can't be bouncing around back and forth. I'm not gonna give these kids no negative energy, message, none of that. I want to see the kids win and go to school and do something with themselves, because that was taken from me as a kid. I did it to myself, though. Of course, I'm not sitting there blaming anybody else. Of course. But I didn't have the people other than like our moms and the ones that we really didn't listen to.
Right.
Other than that, we didn't have the people telling us to do right. We started real young. We were basically brainwashed the same way these other ones are being brainwashed right now. to be negative and turn against the people.
It's like you gotta kind of try to stop the cycle, right?
Eventually, somehow.
Yeah. I mean, I look at like, a lot of people were talking about like, shout to Kendrick and just like the unity that was on that stage for a moment. It's like, on Juneteenth, you know what I mean? All in the sake of just being positive for the moment. It's almost like, man, it'd be tight if there was like a Latin version of that moment sometime where everybody just comes together and puts everything aside and just like, it's a unified front type shit. Like it's about LA. It's about Cali.
Too many hidden agendas.
Yeah.
Too many hidden agendas.
Too many of the dudes that are actually out here rapping, their resume don't hold up. They're talking about things that don't. There's no backing for it. So eventually they slip up and they crash. And if we already see that, we can't associate with these people, even if they're coming up, because I know you about to crash. I ain't gonna be on that boat when you sink.
Right.
So it's. I think we just need more homies that are taking it seriously. More dudes that are in the booth perfecting their pen instead of just riding the wave and putting out the most trash music that you can listen to. Like you gotta, if this is what you want to do, perfect that pen. Like this is hip hop, bro. Like at the end of the day, this is hip hop. You gotta come with something that people can actually get behind and support.
Or we're gonna continue to be made fun of.
Exactly.
People are gonna continue making fun of us as a whole, because they're not saying, "Oh, look at that one artist." They're like, "Man, these fools are." That's how they look at it, And
especially when the dude that's getting the most attention at whatever specific time, the music just don't hold up. So of course they're gonna be like, all of them sound like that. Right. It's we just need more representation of solid dudes.
Shout out to Coyote, man.
Coyote. Shout out both them
boys. Some beasts,
them
man.
Boys is
doing it the right way.
Yes. No, for sure. We're supposed to get on something real soon too.
They're hard as fuck. Yeah, and they can rap their ass off, man.
Them fools is on some other shit, And it's like those are the people that the machine needs to be behind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Big money needs to go behind them type of artists. Scheme's a monster, man. Shout out to my boy Westmont Scheme. Like he's a monster, dog. Like those are, you hear them. Tres is dope, dog. Tres, have you heard Tres? Tres he's a good dude, dog. Like we got a lot of good dudes that can rap, solid homies that can rap, you know what I mean?
All right, got to stop the interview to tell you about our folks at Blue Chew. That's right, you've been hearing us talk about Blue Chew. Give you a little extra pep in your step in the bedroom, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you, Blue Chew is just amazing. A lot of people want to know if it works. Well, this is what we're going to do, man. We're going to give you a free month of Blue Chew supply. All you got to do is go to BlueChew.com and use the promo code Bootleg right now. Now, what is Blue Chew? It's a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis and Levitra, but at a fraction of the cost and in a chewable form. It's super simple. You sign up at BlueChew.com with that promo code Bootleg. You consult with one of their licensed medical providers online. You get approved, and then you get your prescription within days. No awkward visits to the doctor. No going to the doctor and talking to some old white dude about why your dick isn't working. Let's be honest. It's a little embarrassing. You're sitting in the fucking waiting room. You're looking through a 3-year-old Sports Illustrated magazine, waiting to get called in to go tell someone how your cock is not cocking. All right? Don't trip. Blue Chew's got you, all right? Use that promo code right now, BlueChew.com, promo code Bootleg, and try a month supply for free, all right? Also want to give a shout out to the good folks at MyBookie. That's right. Listen, man, MyBookie's going crazy. Obviously, baseball season is booming right now. So, I just got good at betting on baseball, too. Trust me when I say there's really money to be made. But the dope thing about mybookie.ag, you sign up right now, use the promo code Bootleg. When you sign up, you're going to get that first deposit bonus, free money to gamble with in their online casino. And the casino is lit. What are you into? Blackjack. They got the live blackjack. You could watch the dealer. You could tip the dealer like you're in wherever you think you're at, Vegas, whatever. They also got the roulette. They got the craps. They got all the slots. If you're into the slot games, if you're into whatever you're into, bro, they got it. MyBookie.ag. Sign up right now. Use that promo code Bootleg. When you get that new account, they're going to give you that first deposit bonus. Yes, so go do that. Let's get back to the interview. I think there's even like, I think even some of the guys who, I'm assuming, I heard the Gunplay line in your song is obviously about Lefty Gunplay, but I think Lefty, I've been in here when he's just freestyling, and I think Lefty has the ability to be a really great rapper.
Did you hear that last track he put out the same day we put out Rap Cattle?
No.
It has half the views of ours.
I did not. But I'm saying, like, I've been in here and watched Lefty Gunplay just rap off the top of his head for like 10 minutes straight, and I'm like, damn,
His
bro,
lyrics
like,
or just lyrics from random songs.
But I'm saying, like, he has the ability, like, I think if he really, like...
And listen, honestly, I didn't even go hard on Lefty on that track. You know what I'm saying? If you really think about it, you listen to the bar right there, it's a simple bar.
Right.
You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's like, I'm the face of LA. I've been holding that down for a long time. You know, people trying to get in that spot.
But let me ask you this, man. If you were to, like, have a real one-on-one conversation with someone like him who obviously has a lot of attention and is getting a lot of love right now, and you could just put your arm around him and give him some game off camera, what would it be?
I mean, get in that booth and keep rapping, bro. Keep doing what you're doing, but you gotta perfect your craft before you get out there and jump and try to get in, fill people's shoes that, you know, been doing this shit for a long time. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people know that, you know, of course, I'm a lot more seasoned. You know what I mean? I've been in the studios for a lot longer, been recording for a lot longer. You know, some people, you know, get out there and catch that little break. I get it. I respect it. I want to see it. You know, but at the end of the day, don't assume just because you caught that break that you're better than this person or better than that person or the best rapper in the world, because it's not like that. You know, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not gonna lie to you and just sit there like a yes man, like half of these people on the comments are, oh, dope, 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 fire, fire, fire. Be real with the man. You know what I'm saying? This can be worked on. You could sound better if you did this. You could do better if you did this. Cool. I'm not knocking the boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's like...
He got some shit I like. I like a few Lefty records. He got a record with RJ. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Also got to shout out OGZ, too. Somehow always gets kind of...
OGZ's a homie. Yeah. I chopped it up with him a few times. Like, you know...
Do you think it's like a coincidence that OGZ is the biggest Mexican rapper to come out of LA in the last, I don't know, maybe ever? Besides Cypress Hill, probably? Well, but also because he's not necessarily affiliated like that.
You talking about California or just...
I'm talking about LA. Because if you think about it, like, in terms of plaques, in terms of success, it's Cypress Hill, and then it's probably OGZ and Shoreline, right? Do you think that at a certain point in time, like, the street shit can get in the way of... Does it put a ceiling on what you think people can do?
Oh yeah, big time, big time. It's had a lot to do with our rising with our music because of where I'm from. You know, a lot of people in the industry, you know, felt like at the time, because we were having a lot of, like, you know, gang shit going on, which it's just what it is. It's part of the streets, you know. But it was like the media made it out to be racial, which in all reality, you know, now that's all done, said and done, and you know, we're back to normal. Right. You know, a lot of people looked at it like, oh, you guys stop fucking beefing with them fools. That's soft or whatever. Bro, we beefed with them for 20 years.
Right.
You tell me that's soft.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the Afghanistan
soft,
war.
Bro, you know what I'm saying?
That's the
you
word.
other fools go at it for 3 weeks and they're done. Like,
yeah.
Nah, we went at it for 20 years, bro. That shit there's nothing soft about that.
With dudes that grew up together, and that's the thing. Like, before that, it was
together.
It was cool. So a lot of them they grew up together, and then had a 20-year war, and now it's back to normal. Like, that's what happens out here.
Right.
Like, that's the way things go. Sometimes the pendulum swings this way.
It's better, bro. Now you know, their kids can go to the liquor store. Our kids can go to the liquor store and go get some candies or pickles or chips or whatever the hell they want to get from the store without having to worry about being hurt in the process.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At least by them people, like, and our people, like, it's better.
Do you? What did you guys think when you saw the? Well, obviously the Kendrick beef with Drake has been crazy, but just the pop out in general, that show was.
You talking about just recently, like
last
2
week?
Days ago or 3 days
It was Wednesday.
Okay, yeah. I just seen little clips of it. I really didn't know what it was. Somebody was saying a music video though, right?
No, that's the video. No, I'm talking about the show he did last.
He did a show last week.
Yeah, he did a show at the Forum, and everybody was. It was crazy.
Right. That's dope, man. Dude's a dope artist, man. He got it.
I think Esteban actually did some merch for that show.
Yeah, he did. I bought the hoodie. I bought the PG Lang hoodie.
PG Lang, yeah.
With that picture, yeah.
Esteban, man. Shout out to Esteban, man. He's definitely a big part of our movement and our success and everything that, you know, what we have done. He's helped us with a lot, you know, when certain things, events and stuff pop up, he pitches us plays. Here, go, you guys go. Like, get it, you know, so definitely shout out to the big bro, man. Got his stuff on right here. LA Fingers.
How did you and Yellow Wolf end up getting together and
Esteban called me up one day and was like, "Hey, I got Yellow Wolf with me right here. I'm shooting for his Slamerican documentary." And I'm like, "Dope." You know what's crazy is that when I was in the Feds, I used to watch on, I believe it was BET. They had like some shit called Sucker Free Sunday.
Yeah.
So I used to watch that. I was in Arizona and Black Canyon.
Black
Canyon.
Yeah, Black Canyon.
Yeah, I was there. So I used to watch the Sucker Free Sundays, and I used to see Yellow Wolf in the top 4 or 5, and I'm like, bro, my boy's white. How the hell is this fool on BET number 3 and 4, bro? Like something. And I'll hear him, and I'm like, that's why he's number 3 and number 4. Like, 'cause the boy was a monster. It was Pop the Trunk.
Yeah.
So I would always hear it, dog, and I'm like, damn, this fool gets down. And I kept telling myself, one day I'm gonna try to get out there and work with him somehow, some way. And bro, same thing with Crooked Eye. I would always see Crooked Eye. Crooked Eye's a beast. So
I mean? One of the best.
And I got a track with both of them. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy the way I manifested that. Like I kept telling myself, when I get home, I need to work with them. And first it was it Crooked Eye first? Yeah, huh? Oh no, Yellow Wolf.
The first Yellow Wolf track, then the Crooked Eye,
and then the second one. Yeah. So Esteban hit us up and told us that he was doing the documentary for his Slamerican thing, and he's like, hey, I need to bring him. I want to bring him to like a hood, but I want to make sure he's straight, of course. And I told him, man, bring him over here. Yeah. Like, I brought him actually to my boys' pad, the homie.
On Friday
Speedy.
the 13th.
On Friday the 13th, it happened to be our day and his day, basically, because
That's your guys' hood day?
That's our hood day. So he pulled up, and, we happened to just really get along, bro. The vibe was dope as fuck. He got off and seen the roosters crossing the street. He couldn't believe it. He's like, man, I feel like I'm in Alabama. You know what I mean? Like, he couldn't stop laughing because he's like, this reminds me of home. Like, so we brought him to the back. My homies had bought a bunch of beers, brought some meat, started cooking. Then we started filming. He didn't even know that I did music until one of my boys was like, oh, man, you guys should do a track. And he looked at me like, what the hell, you do music? I'm like, yeah. So we played something. He's like, this ain't you. I was like, that's me, bro. Like, he's like, let me hear another one. We played another one. He's like, we got to do a track. And I was like, for real? Like, and he's like, yeah, we got to do a track. And I was like, in my mind, I'm thinking, bro, I don't got the bread like this to be fucking breaking bread for no feature like this. And he's like, bro, I'm not charging nothing. And I was like, for real? He's like, yeah. And then we recorded that track. All on 3. When he sent, it's called All on 3. When he sent, actually, John talked to his manager, to Ounce. Shout out to Ounce. Oh, okay. He talked to him, and Ounce was like, I never heard Yellow Wolf be so excited about receiving a verse like this. And to me, that, made me feel like some type of way. I felt proud of myself. You know what I mean? It felt really good. And Yellow Wolf took the initiative and was like, I'm going to put this song out. And I was like, hell yeah. But then I'm like, man, I need one for us too, though. Like, let's get one. He's like, come on. So now it's just like, we're friends, bro. Every time he's out here, he invites us to where he's at, right. Pull up.
And he's got a show in September coming at the Wiltern. You guys are going to pull up?
Yeah, we're supposed to perform.
Hell yeah.
So it's going to be dope, man. We're supposed to perform our second song that we got, Mongo.
That's your biggest song on Spotify, huh?
Yeah, that one's close to 3 mil already. It's going to hit on Spotify, and it's only been out a year. So, it's doing hella good. Huh?
You still have your, is it your Leafs in the store?
The wraps?
The wraps?
Yeah, we got the wraps. Actually, I got them in the car, too, like the whole box, too. I'll bring it to you.
Did you guys ever
they're in all the cookie
put out the, wasn't it like a bullet USB drive that you guys?
Oh, we didn't do it. Man, we didn't do it.
We haven't got to do that yet.
I'm supposed to be also doing a track with Burner. Shout out to the homie.
Shout out to my guy Burn, man.
For sure. We're supposed to be working on something, getting something done as well.
I think we just stacking up some big features, stacking up these songs so we could do this.
How'd you guys connect with Burner?
Actually through Lux. Big Lux. Yep. Yeah, Big Lux actually, put us on with Burn.
And a great guy who works with someone from up north.
Right. Yeah, he had introduced us to Burner and all that, and then, of course, Goto's, that's his boy right there. Yeah. So Goto's put in a good word for us as well and was like, you guys should do something. And, man, Burner's like, man, I'm ready. Let's make it happen. So that's gonna be.
Yeah, Lucky's a solid motherfucker, man.
Big time. Big Lux is our peeps too, So it's gonna be a good one, man. We working on getting me and Jay Diggs on the track too.
Shout out Jay Diggs.
Yeah, shout out to Jay Diggs, man. So it's just a lot of little pieces to the puzzle coming together now. Like, definitely excited about.
For you, did you understand did you have any anticipation that you were gonna get such negative blowback for linking with Gold Toes?
See, my whole intention wasn't to link up with Gold Toes. That's the thing. That's where everybody gets it wrong. I pulled up, like I said, to just pull up, show that I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm from Los Angeles. It wasn't in my neighborhood. A lot of people are like, oh, you let them come to your hood. No, it was East LA. That's not even my neighborhood. I pulled up there just to go show, being that I'm from LA, you know, and we chopped it up. And the dude ended up, like I said, he was a humble person, bro, and changed my whole thing, my whole vision of it. And not like I was saying that I was going there to go trip, but I did go, you know, of course, to go show myself. And, you know, it just didn't turn out the way that everything was going. You could ask him, bro. I pulled up by myself, you know, jumped off, said what's up, dude shook my hand, we chopped it up. That was that, bro. And after that, it was like, now he calls me to ask me how I'm doing, how I'm feeling.
Right.
After being out of the hospital. He went to go see me in the hospital. You know, people, I put up a post saying, you know, that Gotos, you know, came to see me in the hospital. I even put on there, like, for all the people, some people took it wrong because they understood, that I'm saying, dude came to visit me and the Southerners didn't come. That's not what I said. I said, for the dudes that keep bringing up the whole Gotos situation, he reached out and came to visit me in the hospital before any of them fools checked on me. When you guys are supposed to be my homies, the ones talking bad, bringing up this, bringing up that, keep mentioning this, keep that. They didn't say, hey, how you feeling? How you doing? None of that. Dude did, you know? And I salute, and I appreciate that. That's respect, that's love, yeah, you know?
Hey, we're about to kick off another interview brought to you by Hardin. That's right. If you're in Vegas, it's the #1 dispensary in the country, the craziest selection of premium cannabis. And all you got to do is shoot them a follow, Hardin_Las Vegas, HardinLasVegas.com. When you're in Vegas, tell them I sent you. Let's get into the interview. Hey, man, shout out to our family at Odd Socks, baby. First of all, I'd like to say our family at Odd Socks, our brother Obese is back. And we just want to say, welcome back, Obese. We love you, brother. And look, right now, man, you can go to oddsocksofficial.com, use the promo code BOOTLEG right now, and you will save 20% off whatever you order. They got the draws. They got the socks. My favorite, the Odd Socks Basics. I have them on right now. Also, they just dropped the slides, man. You get hot Cheetos slides. What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? They got whatever you need, man. Cheetos, fucking Coca-Cola, Doritos, Ghostbusters, one of the greatest 90s shows of all time. One of the greatest cartoons ever, put Mike Judge on the map. How about some Beavis and Butthead underwear? You know what I'm saying? Look, whatever you're into, they got it all. All the crazy licenses, the most comfortable socks, the most comfortable underwear. It's all that I wear. Oddsocksofficial.com, promo code BOOTLEG, save 20% off. Let's get back to the interview. So, obviously, you got the new song out. Is there going to be a new project, new mixtape?
Yeah, I mean, what you think? How much music do we have, bro?
Yeah, man. With Baldy's health, it was kind of, that was the main focus.
That was, obviously that was also getting in the way of.
Right.
That was it. Just.
But now that the health is right,
yeah, man.
You're drinking water and not Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
I definitely got enough music to do 10 mixtapes.
I think the plan is, because we got our distribution deal with Sebic. Shout out to them.
Shout out Sebic Entertainment.
And now that his health is good, it's just getting the tracks over to him that we want to do. We've been wanting to put this double album out for a long time. I don't know if we're gonna do one part of it and then drop the other one, but the music's there. It's just getting it over to distribution,
putting the rollout together,
and just figuring out a date. But we're definitely gonna ride the wave of this summer got the show coming up in September with Wolf. Just got put onto a show August 11th in Orange County with I believe Conejo.
Little One. Yeah, Little One.
Little One.
Oh, I saw that one.
Shout out to my boy Conejo, man. G-Rap's a G.
Yeah, man. Shout out Conejo. So we got that August 11th. So I think it's finally time to get this music out there and shut everybody up.
It's funny because a lot of people be like, oh, he just basically, because whatever the situation, that dude came and shot that video out here, and my diss track, I'm not even calling it a diss track, my mention track, because I just mentioned people. After I dropped mine, it was pretty much real close to each other, like maybe a day or so after or whatnot. That wasn't the whole purpose. Basically, mine was already, in the mix. Theirs was probably already in the mix. It is what it is. They landed on the same day. But some people are like, oh, he's just trying to, get back on by fucking basically doing it for clout or whatnot. Not understanding that I got a whole bunch of other stuff going on with my life, bro. I got Billionaire Hemp Wraps. Shout out to Billionaire Hemp Wraps, man. I got 2 flavors, Private Reserve, Baldacci Gold, Baldacci Black. That's bro, that's where my money's at. Like, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, I don't have to sit here and be making music the way I had to back then. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, now it's like, of course, music, I love doing music, and I do it just because I love it. That's my whole thing. I'm not doing it because it's like keeping me alive money-wise, or, you know, it's definitely, money's slow when it comes to music. I don't care who you think you are. Money is not the best. That's not the best place to be trying to make
you got to have a brand. The music helps you with your brand, then you monetize the brand.
Yeah, you got to be 50 Cent.
You got to be 50 Cent.
You got to be 50 Cent, dog. Like, you know, it's like real shit. You know, I don't care, you know, how popping these fools are. Like, I know because I got songs out there that got millions of views. Majority of my YouTube videos got million on them at least. You know, and it's like, it's change, bro, that you get. You know what I'm saying? It's money to pay off your phone bill, your car note, your rent. But at the end of the day, it's not real bread to sit here and say, oh, I'm stacking. Like, you know what I mean? Nah. You know, you got to have other avenues and outlets of making money and generating revenue, because if you don't, music ain't going to take you nowhere.
So let me ask you this. With the Rap Cattle song, what is like, were you just hoping to just kind of get some shit off your chest?
Yeah, that, and you know what I'm saying? Just kind of
defend yourself?
Well, yeah, because at the end of the day, it's like, you know, I was humble for a lot of months. A lot of people would say, hey, this fool saying this fool saying that, and I would just laugh. My homies will tell you, we sit there be smoking blunts. Come on, man, forget about that. I ain't worried about that. They can say whatever they want. But when it continued and continued and continued, now then my homies are like, hey, bro, like, are you ever going to address these fools about this shit? Like, and I'm like, I'm not going to sit there and argue with you back and forth. I might clown here and there when I get on Instagram. Sometimes I'll see somebody say a dumb comment and I'll come and say something back. But, bro, you're not going to knock me off my balance by these comments on Instagram. I could care less. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're pulling up where we're at. Because I feel like somebody that really doesn't like you or has beef with you, he's going to come find you. He's not going to disrespect you on Instagram. He's not going to put up a story saying, forget this guy, forget that guy, and have you blocked so you can't see it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. All this shit right here, to me, it's like people honestly be seeking attention. Seeking, I don't know whose attention. I don't know. You know, I feel like it's a cry out for help. You know what I'm saying? When you're sitting there dogging other people and trying to, you know, put people on blast or make people look a certain way, you're crying out for help. Because, like, you know, a lot of people know that fucking police are watching social media. Don't sit there and start a beef with people.
It's happened so much recently, too. Just people getting caught up from just, like, the apps. Bro, the Young Thug case is what's crazy. It's like the lyrics. Insane, like, they asked his guy, you said gang, gang in an interview. What does that mean? And he said... Like, what?
I'm telling you, they gonna break it down, bro. I've been to the Fed, so I know, like, they'll sit there. If you was talking about, hey, go buy me a pack of cigarettes, they're gonna be like, oh, he was speaking in coded language. He meant go buy him 10 pounds of glass. Like, god damn, bro. Like, how does that work? But that's just how they work. Whatever they're gonna want to put you on, they're gonna put you on. I was in there with one of my homies that, you know, they try to pin his mom. She was talking about menudo, bro. Can of menudo, and they try to say she was talking about drugs.
What?
And his mom had nothing to do with nothing.
That's fucking
They try to get her for shit like, so it's like stuff like that where they'll twist it up on you, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you just gotta fly a straight kite, you know, get to the bag the right way, you know, don't let your mouth, you know, overload your ass, you know, just
I heard you mention the podcast thing on the song. Do you think, you know, because no matter which way you kind of cut it, like, it feels like there's a lot of podcasts out there that, I guess, monetize what's happening in, like, the LA streets.
So that's the thing.
And, like, that's like, hey, like, their business model. It is what it is.
Yeah,
you know?
I get it. But there's podcasters that sit here and interview individuals and ask them solid questions, and, you know, they have a real like calling for this. Mm-hmm. And then there's the ones that are like the news. Bro, you guys are reporters.
Right.
You guys are sitting there, hey, fucking Lefty Gunplay just farted. Hey, fucking this guy just did this. Hey, this guy crossed the street, he was jaywalking. Like, bro, you don't have to post about everything that's going on in the world, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying? And if you do, go look around. There's a lot more than L.A. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, there's plenty of stuff that's going on in this world. Why do you guys sit there and just... And I'm saying, not saying you guys, I'm saying the guys that are using their platform for that type of stuff. It's like, God forbid, bro, that somebody gets hurt and these fools post it and get somebody caught up for that.
Exactly. And they're forgetting that what they're covering, not everybody that's in that game is like you. They're not all soft like you. You gonna start talking about a real one at a certain point, and it's gonna go bad for you. And I think that's the lesson that they're learning right now, is that they spoke on the wrong one for too long, and he responded, and now he's the bad guy for addressing everybody that had his name in their mouth. And that's just what's going to happen when that's what you base your business on, is street shit. You're going to run into the wrong person on the streets. There's always somebody bigger and badder. There's always somebody going to be bigger and badder than me. There's always somebody going to be bigger and badder than him.
Once you learn to accept that, then you got it on lock, because you got to know that somebody can kick your ass. You know what I mean? That there's always going to be somebody that can beat your ass. There's always going to be somebody that has a bigger gun than you. It's just the way it is. Man.
Also, like,
you got to accept that.
It's important for people to understand. Like, a lot of people, and I try to tell this to a lot of people, that come in here. It's like nobody's untouchable. Nobody's incapable of being caught slipping. The
only ones that are untouchable are the ones that are dead.
Like the kid, the kid Fulio. Like, I had him up here twice, and I was just trying to tell him, like, dude,
I just saw that the other day.
He just got killed in Tampa. But during our interview, I told him, I said, bro, like, you're inviting a lot of bad energy to you, and I feel like I'm gonna wake up one day and I'm gonna see academics post that someone killed you. Right. I literally said that in our interview.
Right.
Yeah, and it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, no, like, I feel like in hip hop, not just Mexican hip hop or whatever, I feel like there's this whole young generation that just moves around like they're bulletproof.
Yeah, I feel like that's Florida section. Like, for a few years, like, that's what they were on, was that.
Especially Jacksonville.
Yeah, bro, it was on that, like, I killed your homie, I'm gonna put it in a song. I killed your homie. Like, that shit was wild, bro.
A lot of shit be like Chicago too. On Chicago, that was wild over there.
It was like Jacksonville was like Chirac in the South, and it was like these guys have like no limits.
I be tripping out. I'll click on a video from like dudes from Chicago, and it's like 17 people jumping up and down with guns. I'm like, God damn, these fools is crazy. They don't care, bro. Like, they sit there jumping, and they got big ass drums on their shit, and I'm just like, you guys did not get indicted for that shit? Like, cause we would have, that would have been all my homies getting ready.
Yeah, it's like,
but that's crazy though. I mean, that's power. Shout out to them, man. They crazy. They with it,
Well, listen, man. Your new video's out. Everybody go support it. New music on the way. I just want to say, man, I hope that, whatever issues you have with whatever individuals, whether it's Bozo or Lefty or whoever, I hope, you guys can have like a real, especially you and Bozo, because I feel like you guys are both leaders, in a certain aspect. And I hope you guys can, get past this and just have like a real conversation,
Hey, we grown man, kid. Conversations
some grown man
always open. However,
bro, we
ain't wrong, bro.
No, agree to disagree and keep it moving.
Bro, at the end of the day, I don't hate nobody. I don't wake up with no hatred in my heart at all. You know what I'm saying? But if you're coming for me, I got no other choice but to come for you.
Yeah, defend yourself.
Of course. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I don't fear nobody. I ain't, I don't got no bad juju on my mind. I don't got no bad, vibe or nothing towards.
I'm gonna just say this: both of y'all too old to be doing this shit. Come on,
man. My bones hurt. Nah, but we here though, man. Shout out to everybody that's tapping in right here. My boy Bootleg Kev, boy Baldacci the Beast.
Appreciate you pulling up, man. And then September you'll be popping out of the Wolf Show.
Oh yeah, for sure. We there.
Dope.
Man, I just want to shout out everybody supporting the effort, the face of LA. Shout out to all the Florence homies. Shout out to everybody. Everybody that's supporting, man.
Everybody on the verse.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
There it is. Fire.
Much love.
Good shit. Thank y'all.